I'm pissed at LEGO. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and today is a very special video for me because we're gonna talk about something that I definitely love, and those things are X-Wings. And if you had a chance to grow up in the beginning of the 90s, to be honest, it was quite cool era for toys and animated series and the video games and all the cool stuff. It was pretty nice to grow up in that era, but probably was not perfect. And why? Because something was missing, and that thing, LEGO Star Wars. I think this year we're celebrating 25th anniversary of LEGO Star Wars, which means when they happened, and I remember it very, very, very well, sadly I entered in the Dark Age era, because for me it was the moment we got the PlayStation. So LEGO was not, at that time, was probably 15, 16. I was not the most teenage friendly toy at the time, so we switched to video games at that era. I was still playing from time to time, but I was not actively into LEGO at that time. But now the new generation, they have LEGO Star Wars. They have great amount of LEGO sets to choose, and it's actually plenty, and so plenty that it's sometimes even difficult to pick what you like the most. And to me, I was about the movie Empire Strikes Back, because very good reason. It was the only movie I had, and actually I started with that movie. So I was playing as a teenager, probably every Wednesday when I did not have school, and I was trying to reproduce those iconic ships as the X-Wing, Millennium Falcons, AT-AST, and everything you can imagine. But at the time, remember, LEGO Star Wars, it did not exist. So we did not have special bricks, we did not have anything. And actually I will try to show you something that is quite interesting. Is I tried to rebuild some of the ships with the parts I had when I was a kid. And that ship is the iconic X-Wing. So obviously it doesn't look like what you are used to now, because at the time, actually, as a kid, we didn't have other example, and this one is probably some of the best example I managed to build when I was a young teenager, with the parts I had. And it means different kind of wings, different kind of colors. As you see, everything is white, even though as today it is also often white. But at the time, gray was not very easy to source because it was only in castles and stuff. So everything had to be in the white color. So that's it is why it looks like that. So that model is a very nice model, because I remember probably all the parts I had was from Lego City Airport. So you will find a lot of things like as the wings, the engines, and everything is kind of about that set I had for Christmas. So I had that trap that you can find a lightsaber. So it's a nice spot to hide stuff, and I was very happy when I made that, remember, years ago. And even though it's not easy, there's still space for one minifigure inside, and it just, it sits there quite comfortably, but you could not have a bigger minifigure in there, with a different kind of helmet. You would not match. So here you go, is a representation of that X-Wing. And so if you grew up in the beginning of the 90s, actually was kind of the golden age, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm pissed at LEGO because they arrived with the Star Wars series probably 2 years, 3 years too late to me, because I would have enjoyed the minifigures, and I would have enjoyed the parts. I would have enjoyed the fact that everybody would share what I enjoyed at the time, because I would not say I was lonely, but I thought I was the only one doing that. And when they released that series, I was very, very, very happy, and now I'm pretty happy that it was that popular and it's still around 25 years after, and that my kids, they can enjoy that. So obviously I built that X-Wing with my boy, S4. It is a sturdy ship, it is a very simple ship. Nowadays, an X-Wing would look like something like this. As you can see, the sizing is quite different. The model is also heavy, and I would say for that model in particular, not very sturdy. I have a problem with the reactors and I had to change it a little bit. That ship is everything I dreamed of when I was a kid, and if you know your stuff about X-Wings, this one happened in 2018, I believe, so not so long time ago, and in my opinion it's probably the best design we had so far. Actually, I have some X-Wings, it is probably the one I like the most. Like I told you, I'm quite fond about it, so it's just to prove it to you, I would just show you that. It's quite a pleasure to display it and to play with it when my kids aren't at school and they love them. They like to fire the missiles, and it's really fun to play with them. So I could show you a little bit of a comparison, size comparison between what I used to make when I was a teenager and what we have now, and you will see it's quite shocking, the difference in parts, the number of parts that we can have. It's just insanely crazy, and for the end, the same idea. So let me show you it. So we are done for this episode, and I hope you loved it. Please consider subscribing and like the video if you liked it, and I hope I will see you soon on another video. Bye bye.